Hardware is another Milestone comic that came out in the early 90s, and this one involves a young man by the name of Curtis Metcalf. Curtis Metcalf is a genius inventor who works for this company and works for this dude named Alva. Now Alva's patting him on the head for years until one day Curtis decides he wants his royalties. And that's when the shit hits the fan. Pardon my French. This is when Alva decides to tell Curtis that Curtis is really useless. I've gotten everything I can get out of you, and you no longer matter. Oh, and also you signed a contract, so you can't work for any of my competitors. Oh. Come to find out also that Alva is also a crime boss that is using Hardware's inventions to do nefarious acts. Curtis literally tries to go the right route. He goes against the lawyers, he goes to court, and the government decides they're not going to do anything about this. Alva's just too big. He's untouchable. So, Hardware decides that he is going to touch him up nice and good. And that is pretty much the crux of the Milestone version of Hardware. He is not necessarily a hero. He is a guy bent on getting his due and making things right within the Alva company. And at the end of the day, within himself, based on, being played like that, and having all of your expertise misused, abused, and you seek no recompense from it. Now, when it flips over into DC, there's, of course, the merging of the universes, and now Hardware is, jumping around, helping Blue Beetle, and, fighting Hawkeye, and this, that, not Hawkeye, Hawkman. So it's like they kind of threw him into the DC universe, and it's like they really weren't too sure what to do with him. So he's in, Final Crisis and all that. And after Flashpoint, Hardware becomes a mentor to Static, who has moved to New York. And so there we go. It's all right. It's all right. It's what they did to him in DC. It's okay, but it's like you neutered him and kind of didn't really have a plan for him, but you wanted to make sure you brought the Milestone characters over because, the fans, us. Now, if you're not aware of Hardware, he's kind of like, he's Milestone's version of Iron Man. He's got a suit of armor, all kinds of technological tricks of the trade, and he's as we know, he's an extremely smart man. He's kind of emotionally, at first was kind of emotionally pulled. It's like his emotions were in check too much. Like it was cold. But, as he extended out, he, again, with Mentor and Static, he kind of warms that up and becomes much, much better as a person. But if you guys aren't into Hardware, I definitely suggest you'll check him out. Check out the Milestone stuff first. Then look at the DC stuff where it's like Icon versus Hardware and this, that, and the third. So, yeah, I'd check that out. But I would definitely check out the Milestone and Dwayne McDuffie versions first.